All right. So here's part two of our collection series. Part two, episode two, whatever. Now, this is a client's current client's consumer report. No names going to be showed, obviously. But I just wanted to show you how we search and verify that the address is correct and how we get the correct name. So as you see here, Jefferson, capital SYST. Now we wouldn't submit this as a dispute because that's not the full name, it's not the correct name of the business, right? And then we want to make sure that the address right here is correct for the dispute process, right? And we also can see that there are some already errors. You know, this is an error. You can't have the XXX, you must have all the numbers present. So that is inaccurate. Everything must match across the board. This is inaccurate. These don't match across the board. So we have FCRA violations. As you see here, these don't match. These are FCRA violations. What else? Right here, these don't match, FCRA violations. So once you guys understand, really know how to do this, like you're gonna make a lot of money. You can make more money off a bad credit report than you can off a good one. I promise you. It's just people don't know anything about it. So we type this in, right? I've already done this, but you know, just to guess, so you guys can see it. I always do it this way. I'll type in their full name and then BBB. All right. Click the first one. BBB stands for the Better Business Bureau, in case you didn't know. Earlier when I said there's only one, I guess there's technically two. There's the Better Business Bureau. They don't really do anything, but just get you a response. The CFPB is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and they actually make some moves. They're on these companies all the time, so just make sure you pay attention. So as you see here, it says Jefferson Capital Systems LLC, but then if you go here, it says looking for more information, access the headquarter listing for Jefferson Capital Systems LLC. Okay, sure. Now looks more official now, right? Picture here. All right, it's called a collection agency now. Look at the address change. So on your credit report, you see 16 McLean Road, St. Cloud, Minnesota. But then when you go to the BBB, HQ is right here. HQ is right here. So in this case, I'm messing with HQ right here. I'm using this address, right? And then you can always see more business details over here. And I do this for all new collection accounts that I've never seen before. I always go here. I always want to see what their business detail is. I want to see how long they've been in business, right? And I'm always going to use these names: business management manager, consumer relations manager, compliance manager, same person. I'm always going to use those names in my letters, like attention Dasha Song, attention Chris Brixis, right? I want their attention on this document because they're decision makers. Okay. So that's how you search a company like that. If you want to, you can go through and you can see what the complaints have been over the past couple of years. Some people don't really know how to word their complaint. So they don't get the response they're looking for. They think just because you complain, you're getting deletion. It's not how it works. You got to be a little bit more detailed than that, unfortunately. Sorry. But it is cool sometimes if you want to see like everything about them. So Jefferson's Capital System LLC is what we would put on our letter to dispute it. But then let's say we wanted to go Secretary of State, Secretary, Colorado. So businesses, search business database. Look at that. Oh, look at that. So the name changed. So let's see who they were before. 2009. This is the right one. Good standing. Jurisdiction, Georgia. So this is their registered agent. So when you want to file a lawsuit against these people, this is who you send the notice to. Right, street address. And you can see everything. Filing history and documents. Yeah, I mean, you can see the annual report, how much money they made. This is stuff that I always do just to get a little bit more background on them. But you can also see what lawsuits they've been in. So you got that. Sued by Jefferson Capital. These are all sales pitches. See, you can always find stuff on there. Always find stuff on these companies. Let's see what this says. Oh, multiple lawsuits. You can always reference this stuff in your letters as well. Like, yo, like cease and desist. I've noticed that your company has a history of, being sued for this same exact violation, da da da. But like, this is kind of research that I do and what most people should do if they want to get results. But a lot of people don't know how to do this stuff. So it's not too surprising, honestly, but it is what it is. But in this video, we kind of went over, how to search, make sure you properly get the right address. These are FCRA violations. We went over a little bit of that. If it don't match across the board, people, it's the FCRA violation. Know how to get your money, right? FCRA is 15 USC 1681. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act is 15 USC 1692. You need to study those. 15 USC 1681. 15 USC 1692. These need to be in your hands at all times. I mean, this is the book on credit reporting agencies right here. The book. Everything you need to know how to get stuff off, where the violations are, how much money you need to get paid, all that stuff. Same with this. Debt collection practices. So for Jefferson Capital, how many violations are they already abusing in here, which is harassment already, right? Because they're on your consumer reports. But then they're also doing FCRA violations because of this, because they're on your consumer report. So you got two different statutes that you can use in your favor, right? And what we'll get into a little bit later on, maybe not in here, maybe in the mentorship, but once you tell them of these violations, it's criminal liability and you are entitled to $5,000 per violation. So if you tell them once, right, that they're violating your rights and they don't do anything about it, they keep going, it's now criminal. It's a $5,000 penalty. Know your rights, people. All right, so that's our second video for collections. We got more coming for sure. So stay tuned and we'll get after it.